Hey guys, Rachel CPR here. Today I wanted to share with you some of the tools that I use in my hair that are not harsh and hard on my hair that cause breakage. In my last video, I asked you guys if you were interested in seeing some of the tools that I use in my hair to keep it from breaking my hair or causing any kind of harm or damage. And so today I'm going to share those with you. So if you want to see them, please keep watching. So I'm going to start off with my most important thing that I use on my hair that I have to use every once in a while. In the past, I was not using them, but it's a brush. I use a brush. This is my favorite brush. I've purchased 3 of these brushes in total because I guess I should start with, this is a brush that I use to detangle my hair whenever I have lots and lots of shed hairs that I'm starting to miss out on. So in general, between 1 to 2 times a month, I detangle my hair with a tool, which is this brush. I love this brush. It took me a very long time to pick this out when I went to the store looking for one. I went looking, I looked at the Denman brushes, and the Denman brushes are pretty much the same as this. This is a 9-row brush. This is an Olivia Garden nanothermic ceramic ion brush. It has 9 rows in it, and I really do love it. I do not remove the rows of bristles from my brush. I leave them just the way they are. I use this, like I said, between 1 and 2 times a month, and when I have lots and lots of tangles, what I do is I use it like this instead of using it horizontally. I use it vertically. I take my hair in the palm of my hand like this, running under the water. I take it just like this and I go through my hair like that. And obviously if you remove bristles, you are going to have basically the same effect because you have, going this way, you don't have as many rows as when you go into your hair horizontally. So I guess it's pretty much the same effect. The only thing I prefer about just using the full bristles going vertically is, with the bristles the way they are intact, the way you buy them, it makes it so that you have almost no play on the movement of the bristles this way. When you do it this way, you feel a little bit more play. But when you are detangling your hair, it's very important for you to have some type of a tool, whether it's a comb or a brush, that does not move. If it is bending and doing different things like that, it can cause breakage simply because when you are detangling your hair, if you use a comb or a brush that has lots of give and it bends, if you're pulling through and you don't realize that your hair has snagged, but that the bristle is just bending, the hair can snap simply because the bristle is holding onto it even though it stopped. Whereas if you have a brush or a comb that does not move, it does not bend, what happens is when you come to a tangle that's not coming out, it just completely comes to a dead stop instead of slowly coming to a stop. And then if you put a little bit more pressure on it, it'll just break your hair. So that was the thing I really loved about this brush. The play going this way is almost non-existent. I replace these whenever I use it. Like I use this brush to, well, not this one in particular, but I use this style of brush to blow dry my daughter's hair. And so the heat from the blow dry can tend to bend it a little bit and give it a little bit more roughness. And so I use a separate one for my hair as far as detangling my curly hair. Now, when it comes to choosing any kind of a tool, I think the most important thing that I always look for is if you look at the base of this brush, you're going to notice that there is no secondary layer down here of bristles that are designed to keep each bristle stationary. You know, sometimes you have a brush and there is this little tiny short piece at the bottom. Those little tiny short pieces tend to snag the hair and break it. And so I always look for a brush that does not have that. The Denman brushes don't have that either, so they're really good for that. I simply like this brush. This brush you can get in Ulta, you can get it in a lot of different places, but this is just my preference when it comes to a brush that I love. It took me almost 20 minutes to pick out this brush, which was a really long time. I was in there forever. I do not use a comb in my hair simply because the brush works so much better for me. And then with this brush in particular, it has this little piece right here that if I need to like do a parting in my hair that I want to be straight, I just take this off and I put it on just like that. See, it's nice and round. It's not anything that's going to like jab and cause any breakage. And then when I'm done, I just put it right back in here and it fits in here really securely so that it doesn't fall out. And I absolutely love this brush. This is my favorite brush that I've been able to find. There is another one that is silver. There's one in the silver series. I like the gold series. The silver series is a little bit less expensive. I think the silver series has, if I'm not mistaken, it has 6 rows. But I like the 9-row brush. So there's my brush. And other than that, I use clips in my hair. I think that there are tons and tons of clips out there. Lots of them work great. The thing that I usually look for when I'm looking for clips to use in my hair is something that is not going to have super sharp ridges that are going to clip onto my hair and pull it. Like this right here is designed to hold the hair. But it's this part down here that is nice and smooth with no teeth that I look for these, because I don't want anything that is going to clamp onto my hair and hold on to it with lots and lots of teeth. Other than that, I use my diffusers in my hair. This is my universal diffuser that I bought tons and tons of years ago. This is a Conair. I got this from Sally's. I use this all the time. It has the teeth on the inside. It's not really picking up on camera. But it has the teeth and it has a little bowl so I can put my curls right into it and dry my hair quickly. But then, of course, my diffuser of choice is my Divafuser. And the base of it, my sons were using it for one of their games. And so I don't have it here. But this is my Divafuser. It has a base that attaches to the bottom like that so that it attaches to my blow dryer, and I absolutely love this. They just recently renewed this. Well, it's been a year now, maybe a year and a half, that they just recently made this more effective for more blow dryers, so it's really, really wonderful. And outside of that, I use my trusty spray bottle. I finally found a spray bottle that I absolutely love. This is actually not for hair. It is a Cuisinart oil sprayer for your grilling area. And I love this thing. And I think the reason why I love it so much is because when I want to mist my hair, I don't want to wet it. I need for my spray that comes out of my water bottle to be an actual mist. And I'm going to spray it so you can see. You see how fine that mist is? Oh, and it smells so good. I actually have a little bit of my favorite peppermint oil in here. So I just put it into the water, and I use bottled water for this, and I just put it inside, and it's mist, and it does not wet my hair. It just gives my hair the mist that I want it to have. And so this is definitely my favorite water bottle that I have ever purchased. I had another one that was a close runner-up, but they stopped making it. It was a bottle that was on clearance, being discontinued, of course, and they stopped making it. I can't find it anymore. The one that I had broke, and when I went back for more, they told me they were gone. So, you know, that's how things go. So anyway, those are my favorite tools that I use for my hair that I have to use, like just keep at arm's length, at arm's reach, so that I say, at all times, because I use them all the time. I think the good thing about having a diffuser, even if you don't use it very often, if you are tempted to use heat sometimes, having a diffuser available for you makes it so that even those every once in a while visits to the blow dryer, you are still using safe heat on your hair, because it only takes one time to get the heat damage if you just use too much concentrated air. So I hope this video was helpful. I am looking forward to seeing you again, and thank you again for coming by, and I hope that you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye guys.